back. Holly here, in case it's your first video. All right, so in this video, I wanted to talk about triggers. And I know in my previous YouTube channel, there's like so much talk about these beautiful allies that you're given when you come into the world, right? So we're going to go over this in this video. And then I'm being prompted to create some meditations to help you with when triggers come up, to help you sit with it. Okay, I'm going to walk you through it in this video, but we're going to really create some videos for you where you can come in, you can just come to that one video every time, whenever you're triggered, and you can sit with it, and the video will walk you through, okay, what you can do, how you can get through it, because there's no way around. If you want to return to the love you are, if you want to find yourself truly, wholly, fully, if you want to return to the love that you are, there's only one way, and it's through. There's no other way. It's designed that way. So in this video, let's talk about your beautiful allies first. When we come into the world, we're given 3 incredible allies. The first one is fear. I know we tend to think of these things as negative things. We're brought up thinking that we shouldn't express any of these. But today I'm going to show you the incredible gifts that these 3 things are. The first one is fear. The second one is anger. And the third one is pain. There's 3 things, 3 indicators. And what they do is they show you that you're not in the space of love. All 3 of them. Okay, so I'll walk you through it. So when you're not in the space of love, okay, and you have all these judgments about everything that's been created all through your childhood, and things come up and you get angry, okay, you're triggered, something will trigger you. And that means, for example, someone says something to you, or there's a situation that comes up and you get angry, you're triggered, right? Now, the anger, the pain, and the fear show up to tell you that you're being triggered. Something's trying to come up. It's trying to reveal itself to you, something that you've put there. And most of the time, what we do when we are triggered, when someone says something to us that upsets us, is that we react, we lash out. Well, there's different ways to react, sorry. If we get angry, yes, we tend to lash out. And if we don't lash out at that person, we go home and we let it all out with our partners. We get angry and frustrated and we yell at them about what happened earlier because we didn't have the courage to say it to that person. But it has to come out somewhere. So we go home and we rant at our partners or whoever's there about, oh, what this person did today. We just look at that situation like that is the problem. Or someone comes and says something to you and you feel incredible sadness and you go off and you cry. Because what they said makes you feel bad about yourself. Otherwise you wouldn't be crying. So let's look at that a little bit closer. Someone said something to you. It's triggered you and now you're crying. You're in the bathroom crying. Why are you crying? Because whatever they said, you believed was true about you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be upset. You wouldn't be crying. Okay, I'm trying to think. So let's use an example. Someone comes in and says something like, I'm trying to think, but the only things that are coming up for me is, okay, you're worthless. Okay, no matter what they said, at the end of that, the underlying thing that you took away from it is that you're worthless, you're useless, you're worthless. And so off you are in the bathroom crying, right? But is it true? Where did you decide? Where along the line did you decide that you're worthless? And this is what we look at. You see? You're just reacting to what someone said to you. They made you feel worthless. So you go off and you cry. But you're worthless. Where did that come from? It didn't come from them saying it just then. It wasn't the one time and you're like off crying because, oh, I must be worthless because a complete stranger just said it to me. Think about it. You know, if you've never been told in your life that you're worthless and some complete stranger comes up and in their actions or words makes you feel worthless, why would you go off crying if it's never happened before? If it's not something that's deep within your system, if it's not a belief within you that you are worthless or useless or whatever the belief is. You see, that is a trigger. That person is gifting you this moment. It's an opportunity for you to look at yourself, to sit with it and think, well, hang on a minute. Okay, yes, I'm not saying don't cry if you feel that you need to cry. By all means, cry. Or by all means, if you're feeling angry, yell. You know, just let it out of your system. I'm not saying not to do all of those things. But when you're done with all of that, come and sit with it. Come and ask yourself, where did that come from? Not that stranger with whatever happened, but why do I think I'm worthless? Where did that come from? Because it's somewhere from your childhood. Somewhere along the line, something was repeated over and over and over again that made you believe you made that decision. You took on that belief that you're worthless. And so now, going through all your adult years, every time someone makes you feel worthless, you will lash out with anger, or you will go off and cry and feel yourself with this intense sadness. Or depending on the situation, you know, you could become really afraid. There might be situations that you avoid altogether because you do not want to feel that. Usually the fear will come more from a sense of being powerless. You know, that we were powerless. We couldn't stop something that was hurting us. Usually fear will show up in that sense. Fear is there to protect you. But when you do feel afraid that something's coming up in you, that you're not safe, you have to really look at that, because why am I afraid? You know, at what point did I feel powerless that I couldn't do anything? I couldn't stop from being hurt. And with that, all the beliefs that come with it. You know, how did that situation make you feel? What beliefs did you create from that? All of that. These are all triggers, and the pain, the anger, and the fear that show up almost every day in your life. If those three are showing up, it's because you have all these beliefs trapped in your system about who you are. And I can honestly tell you, with all my heart in this very moment, that none of them are true. Unless you believe that you are the love, that you are the energy that is in everything. Unless you believe that you are source, that you are spirit, and you are here having a human experience, then everything else that you believe is not true. If you believe that you're not good enough, if you believe that you are not worthy, if you believe that you don't deserve love, you're not worthy of love, you can't be loved, and the list goes on, that you're worthless, that you're powerless, and just fill up pages and pages with all your beliefs. And I can promise you, at the end of this simulation, at the end of your life, at the end of this illusion, you will realize that they were all not true. They are not who you are. They were all created for you to have this human experience. You chose it as a soul. Before you came into this lifetime, you chose this experience. It was all chosen because you yearned to know how that feels, like we spoke of in so many previous videos. Your soul wanted to know how that felt. What does it feel like to go through that? Because until you go through it, you don't have the knowledge. You can't know what it is to have that experience. And with each experience, when we don't look at it from the eyes of judgment, when we don't look at it as good or bad or right and wrong, each experience expands our consciousness. It expands our awareness of who we truly are, of what we're capable of. All right, my darlings, I love you guys. Remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages. And I can promise you, I can promise that no matter what you've been through, no matter what you think of yourself, all the beliefs you have about who you are, that none of them are true unless you know that you are this beautiful energy, unless you know that you are spirit in human form, having this human experience. The rest is all illusion. It's part of this simulation. It's what you came to do. All right, my darlings, I love you. Bye for now.